Hey, time passers, Nick here, and welcome to the another Tech Time Pass session. Today we are diving into the practical side of AWS Identity and Access Management (IAM). Before we jump into the AWS Management Console, here's a quick overview what we are about to do. So brief hands-on. So we'll be covering IAM Basics, Policies and Permissions, Multi-Factor Authentications, access logs with AWS CloudTrail, and finish off with some best practices. Now let's get hands on. So I have logged into my root account. Now in this session, we'll be creating one administrator group and then we'll create two user. One is for this administrator group and another one is for billing access. Someone is managing the billing, outstanding and consumption, right? So let's start. Before that, let me give you idea like how you can bookmark your services, right? So let's do this. Let's do VPC bookmark. So we can see that VPC is bookmarked now. Now unstar it and then let's see that it is now unbookmarked. So let's go and start the hands-on on IAM. So you can see this. There is no MFA. I'll do it at the end of this video. So let's create a user group. I'm tagging administrator access policy over here. So the whosoever added in this group will be having the administrator access. In and out, he can modify, create, and anything in this console in this particular account. Right. So let's create. So we have created one admin group which will be having administrator access. Now let's create a user. Let's see what are let's before that let's see what are the permission and access that is tagged with this particular group. Now let me give you idea. Roles means that particular services we will utilizing as a roles. So let's suppose we are taking Lambda, we are taking it as a role. So Lambda will perform any task. So he has assigned some rules. So that is why we can take it roles as a that way. Now let's go and move to let's create a user for this particular group now. So we'll be creating a user and then tag that user to this particular group. So this is a older user. I'm going to delete it. Now let's name it out. Nick. As I'm going to create a user for this console, I'll be creating IAM user, right? And we'll be having this, will be having the access to this particular console. So that is the reason I provided access in the above part. Now I'm putting as a auto generated because custom and auto are different thing. Custom what means whatever password will be giving, that will be the password will be utilized to log into this account and then he can sign up with the or he can add a net new password while using this. And auto generated means system itself generating the password. The user will log into that auto generated password and then set up his own password over there. So let's go. Now let's attach this user to that particular group which we have created. Admin underscore Nick is the user. Let me tag this user to that particular group. I tag the group with this particular user. Let me create the user now. So this user will be having the administrator access. Now let me download. Right now let me log into that particular that credential to log into that particular user which we have created. So I'm so this is the we have to set the new password once we log into that system generated password. So I've just logged into this particular account, user account, right? Now this is administrator account, or we have given the administrator access as we have added this user into that particular group, so that we can do anything. We can modify, we can add new resource, we can delete the resource, or we can modify. Let me go to the IAM now. So we haven't done any MFA for this particular user. Now I'm going to create one more user for billing access, right? As this one will be for account people, so I'll take it account name. I'm providing console access as this particular user need to log into this, and then as I'm creating a IAM user, so I need to mark I want to create an IAM user, right? Now earlier we have taken automated or system generated password, but now we will create a customized. So we will be having both the uh, we will be having a clarity on both the process. Now let me go to the previous process. We have tagged the user to the group. Now we will tag the policy to particular user, so that the other process will be also clear over here. So we'll tag billing policy, so that this particular user will be having access to billing console. He can see what are the consumption ups and downs, and he can also put his comment uh, uh, to the administrator to customize this, or you know cost optimization implementation to this particular account. Now let me go and log into this particular user. So this is an access link. You can just copy and paste it in your browser. You will be having home page to log in, right? So now let me log in. So I'm using that old password which has been set to that, or customized password. Now I'll create my own password. In both the process, in both the process, you have to set your own password, or you have to set new password, right? So let's now set it over here. So I'm setting up a new password. So I'll just log into the other user which has the billing access. So I'm just logging to the account user or someone who having a billing access. So let me go to the billing part now. Still one step is left to have to give the billing access. So you can see there is access denied because we have not completely given the billing permission, because we need to go to the root account. In root account we need to go to the account and give the and activate the billing access to that particular IAM user, right? So before that, let's go to that root account. Let's go to the account. Right now here you can see that the user will have not access of billing. We need to just activate this. So this particular user will be having a billing access or billing information access. So we have just activated it now, right? So now if you can just refresh, you will see. If we can just refresh, yeah, so now this resource having the billing access or billing information access, right? So I haven't utilized any credit. I have, forgot to use that $50 credit earlier because this account was older account, and could I'm not regularly using it. Right. So let's let's now do the hands-on on CloudTrail and see the logs. Right. So let's go to the CloudTrail now. So before going to CloudTrail and start creating a trail, we need to understand the pricing behind it, right? So let's understand the pricing behind it. So you can see in free tier there is some limited consumption where you don't need to pay anything. Further free tier, whatever the consumption, you need to pay something, right? For each trail, because some data will be utilized, right? And this particular service is also having some charges. Let's create the trail now. Right now, let's go to the management events. You can see that one bucket has been created where all the logs will going to store. Right now, I'll go to the administrator account which I have created. Now I'm going to create one bucket in that account and delete that bucket so that logs will store in that particular CloudTrail bucket. Right, let's name it out. Make sure that you are giving a global name, because it's a global, S3 is a global services. So I've created. Now I'm going to delete this bucket. Make sure that you have created bucket that only you will delete, not the trail the bucket. All right, so I've just deleted that bucket. I'm going to that particular CloudTrail objects. It is not available right after the deletion, but in few minutes you will see that trail will be there. It will take some time, right? Yeah, now it is available. Let me go to that bucket. Object is there. Now let me go to the object. So this is the log. So I just need to open that logs, right? So I'm going to download it and then run it to any JSON. Will be in the JSON format. So we need to open it in the particular JSON supported tool, right? So let's download it. Now I'm going to open this in JSON file folder so that this details can able we can able to see the details in J. So this is the logs. We can see, right, uh, see that nick trail in middle. We have created a uh, uh, event. We have created bucket and then we have deleted through that particular administrator account. Administrator means which we have created and tagged to the administrator group. you can see all those logs stored over here, and all those activity has captured, right? So this is super easy, not not very hard. You can try console, right? So let me, yeah, so we have complete all three exercise: created group, created users, tagged user with the group, tag with the billing access. So now we need to delete all those things, right? So I'm going to delete these buckets and CloudTrail, whatever we have created resources, we need to delete it because after some time it will be chargeable, right? We need to empty the bucket first, and then we'll delete it permanently. So you just need to read all those comments which will be over the display and just follow the process. So I'm just destroying all those resources which has been created by me to make sure that I don't need to pay anything. So I've deleted all the resources which have been created by me. So now after this I'm going to implement the multi-factor authentication or MFA in this particular account, right? And we'll also remove the MFA so that you can understand how to create and delete MFA. Let's go to the IAM now. So you can see there is no MFA. Let me add the MFA now. So here I need to put my device name. So I'm using Apple iPhones. I'm adding Apple over here. Just give it to your mobile device name. You can give any name, right? And there is a three-way to add MFA. One is the authenticator app, the other is security key, or the other one is hardware token. So I'm going through with the authentication app. So I'll go through the QR code. I'll open my mobile app store and scan install the authenticator, any Google authenticator or Microsoft authenticator, and scan this image, scan this code through that authenticator. I'll be getting code, right, which I need to put it over here in two blanks, right? So I've just done it. So I've just done the process. Now I need to put in the code. So one code every 30 seconds you will get new code, right? So I'm adding both the codes, one and after 30. So I've just done the MFA. I've implemented the MFA for this particular account. Now I'm going to log out and resign in to this particular account, right? Or I'm going to log out and sign in again to see whether this MFA implemented or not. So let me log out now, right? So I just sign out. Now I'm going to sign MFA code which is displayed over there. So see, now I can able to sign in, right? So this is whatever we have, so that's how we can implement the MFA. Now I'm going to delete that MFA. If someone wanted to remove the MFA, right? So how he can do this? So now I'm going to remove this MFA what we have created or we have implemented, right? So to do so, we need to go down, right? And we need to go to the sec- uh, uh, we need to go to the quick security credential or my security credential, right? Here we need to tag this or select this and remove. That's it. So we have now removed the MFA, right? Now we don't need to, now we don't require to uh, sign in through multi-factor authentication, right? Time passes, we have covered the fundamentals of the AWS IAM with the hands-on experience. If you follow along, give yourself a virtual high five. If you found this video useful, hit that like button, subscribe for more tech time pass, and I'll catch you in the next one. I'm Nick signing off. Keep exploring and keep learning. Thank you so much. Thank you.